watched them on the History Channel. We are here at the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop right here in Las Vegas. Joining me now is Andy. Now, Andy, what is it like being here each and every day?
It is great being here each and every day. I love when 3,000 to 5,000 people come through the door, all wanting to know more about the show, the Pawn Stars themselves, and what we have in the shop.
Before the show all started, how many people were they getting in through the doors?
We were getting about 50 people a day. Now we see 3,000 to 5,000. It's been a little bit of an upturn.
What can people all see and expect to do here at Pawn Stars?
Well, they can all expect to come in and take a look around. One of the things I love about this is when the people come in, they actually want to know what they're looking at. So it's the opportunity to share with them some of the information that Rick has shared with us as employees about what we're selling. But I'd like to think we have something for every shape, size, color, and flavor of person that comes in.
And as people go around the shop, they can easily identify like what's been on the show before?
Absolutely. Most of the items that have appeared on the show that are still in the shop waiting to be sold have blue tags on them saying "As seen on Pawn Stars."
What is the most photographed item that everybody's in awe of?
The most photographed item at this time is going to be the Elvis Presley up on the front wall. It's done by Danny Dent, or it was done by Danny Dent. So when people have watched the show year after year after year, they're familiar with the Jim Morrison that used to hang up there, and then the Jimi Hendrix, and now Elvis is hanging up there in the same position, all three done by the same artist.
How often do they film?
We film an average of 3 times a day, 5 days a week, 40 weeks a year. It's fantastic.
And how long is the shop open each day?
The shop is open for 12 hours a day from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. However, if you see the sign outside of our building, it'll say 24 hours. From 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. every day, the pawn window opens up. So while the shop will close after 12 hours, the pawn window will open up for people looking to pawn or sell their items.
What is the most common item that people are bringing in?
I get a lot of broken jewelry. It's just everybody seems to have it. And while I'm not familiar with the history on it, I'm looking at what the jewelry consists of, what metal is it, what's its value. And it'll just come in from somebody saying, hey, I had this broken stuff, let me bring it in. But jewelry is the most popular.
Where have you seen people come in to view the show from?
I've seen people from all over the world. This show is shown in about 150 countries in 11 languages. So people who have been sitting on their family heirlooms forever that have never known, where can I get rid of this, now watch the show. I'll get people from Europe, I'll get people from Australia, Japan. One of our weapons experts is actually the first non-Japanese citizen to win the Japanese blade identifying contest. And it's great when it comes in and something we thought was just a few hundred years old, it's 7, 8, a millennia. It's incredible.
Can people expect to see the guys here?
Absolutely. They're usually here Monday through Friday. They do pop out to do meet and greets as they get breaks because, let's face it, no one's here to see me. It's just kind of luck of the draw, but they are usually here.
Well, Andy, thank you very much for joining us. And you can always come here to the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop, located right on Las Vegas Boulevard. Now, we were just over at the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop, and you might recognize this guy next to me, Johnny. He's one of the regulars on the show. Now, Johnny, what really has been being on Pawn Stars meant to you?
Well, it's awesome to represent the toys. I mean, it's what I do. It's a passion of mine, and it's awesome to be known all over the world for what we do. You know, and we love working with Rick and the guys, and they're really good to us. So, you know, it's a good mix and variety for us to work with them. And then, you know, we add a kind of a vintage feel too to downtown.
Has it changed a lot, like in the traffic, meaning, you know, coming into your store?
It's made a big difference because we get the shows in 80 different countries, so we get traffic from all over the world.
Looking at all the toys around here, do you have any idea how many you have?
No idea how many we have, but if you ask me for a specific toy, I know if we have it or not.
What is your favorite toy?
My favorite toy is we have an atomic energy lab. It's what came out in the 50s. It was a chemistry set for kids, and it had radioactive material inside of it. So you had samples of uranium and plutonium inside of that toy.
How did all of this get started for you?
I was a young kid collecting toys, and it started off as a hobby, and I would sell antiques to fuel my collection, and then later on grew into a business about 10 years ago.
What is it about toys that, you know, bring a smile to everybody's face?
no matter how young or old somebody is, they can come into the store and be brought back to being 8, 10 years old. And everybody leaves here with a big smile on their face. And I think that's what's awesome about the store. We have a big variety from all different decades, so people can find something to relate to when they come into the store.
Is there a favorite that everybody comes in here looking for?
Well, you got the 30, 40-year-olds. Those guys are all into a lot of the Transformers, a lot of the Mego toys. You got guys from the 60s. They'll see the Lionel trains, slot cars, Hot Wheels. Then you get the ladies, and they relate to a lot of the Chatty Cathys, Madame Alexander dolls. So everybody can relate to a little bit of something.
What is the rarest toy that you have?
Probably one of the rare items. We get everything from old trains. We sold a Hot Wheel for over $3,000 not too long ago. And then we have Star Wars figures. We had a Yak face on a Power of the Force card we sold for a little bit, pretty close to $8,000. So we get every toy line. We have like the Holy Grail. We get it in from time to time.
Do you see a lot of people coming in here trying to recapture their childhood? You know, maybe mom sold that toy at a garage sale years ago and they want it back?
A lot of guys come into the store and they leave mad at mom because they remember all the toys she's thrown away, and now they know how much they're worth.
And Johnny, where are you located?
We're at Fremont and Las Vegas Boulevard inside of Neonopolis. So if you come downtown to Fremont, it's a great experience. Everything's revamped, and come see the Toy Shack when you come down.
Well, Johnny, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll have more NTV's Good Life after the break.